Holy shit. Hello world, this is ComputerHeat, and today I've got what should be a really good game, and honestly it's one that I'm so excited about that I'm a little nervous. We've got a game between Fortune and HelpingHans on the Axis side, playing as OKW and Wehrmacht respectively, and they're playing against Aimstrong and DevM on the Allied side, playing as Soviets and Americans. And for those of you who didn't play a lot of Company of Heroes 1 or didn't follow the scene, Aimstrong and DevM are two of the titans of that game. They're two of the best players ever in that game. And they're facing off against two very, very strong players, HelpingHans and Fortune. HelpingHans, very popular streamer and senior strategist at computerheatCOH2.org, or COH2.org, excuse me. And Fortune, I'm going to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about him, but I know that he and HelpingHans have been playing a lot together recently. DevM, I saw on Steam that he was playing Company of Heroes 2 recently. I had no idea that he was doing 2v2s with Aimstrong, and man, oh man, I am very excited to get this game started, so I'm going to do that right now. I'll be following my fellow Copenhagener, Aimstrong. And they're off. So we have, obviously, a 2v2 on Crossing in the Woods, and right away HelpingHans is making his infantry company. Now, just switch over to the TAC map, I'll talk a bit more about the players. DevM was the Sunday Night Fights Season 4 champion, and he played a lot against Aimstrong in that, and that was the last really big tournament series in Company of Heroes. There was also the Elite Mod tournament a little bit later on, once the game switched over to Steam, and Aimstrong performed very well in that after essentially coming out of retirement. I don't think he played the game in more than a year. Like I said, both players just really fantastic, kind of scary good at this game. And I'm really curious to see how they play it. I don't think either of them have played very much, unless they've been doing it secretly, since Western Front Armies came out. Aimstrong was the winner of the first real big Company of Heroes 2 tournament, the Frontline Networks World Championship, where he beat Cepha, and everyone was very happy about that because Cepha was using some really obnoxious cheesy strategies. We see Aimstrong has not made any tiers yet. He's just gone for lots of conscripts at the moment, and he's running into HelpingHans' forces on the left. Now this is a kind of a split that I think the Axis players are going to like. Soviets facing off against Wehrmacht, and US against OKW over on the right, so that's going to let play to the Axis players' strengths if this continues. Lots of flanking attacks going in from Aimstrong, but oh man, his conscripts are stuck in suppression, just getting beat on badly by HelpingHans' pioneer squads. Now we'll see if Aimstrong and DevM have been able to brush off the rust a little bit, because they're playing against what is, undoubtedly a very strong team. Hans, excellent 2v2 player, good 1v1 player as well, and Fortune, same goes for him. Now, I know that DevM is from Portugal, and Aimstrong is from Denmark. Let's see, who else do we have? Fortune, I'm not sure where he's from. I was watching HelpingHans' stream a couple of days ago when he was playing some 2v2 for Fortune, and I'll say he sounds American with a bit of an accent. I couldn't tell you what, though. And HelpingHans is from England. The Axis just, doing very well, holding their own. Aimstrong's got his 4 conscripts, but he's retreated his combat engineers back to base, and we'll see what he does with them. Assuming he doesn't lose them, which he really easily could right here. Oh, are they going to go down? They do go down, leaving Aimstrong with nothing to build with, so he's rebuilding that squad right away. What do we have from DevM? He's just got his 4 rifles and his rear echelon. And we'll click over, see if he's making anything. Doesn't look like it yet. Fortune is setting up his tier 2 near the in a safe spot near the base, while HelpingHans is going pretty heavy on the support weapons and light on the grenadiers. He's checking up to tier 2 right now. Doing very well with his machine guns. They don't fare particularly well against riflemen. If the riflemen are sitting in green cover, they can sometimes kill the machine gun before they end up getting suppressed if they all manage to group up properly. We can see it looks like Aimstrong is trying to set up a flank over here. I'm not really sure what suppressed those conscripts. Go back over to Aimstrong. He's upgrading medics right now. I thought that perhaps he would be going to try to go for a Molotov flank, but it looks like he's just gonna fade back, and maybe they'll try to regroup and push an attack. Now, as should be obvious by now, this is a solo cast, and I don't really like doing 2v2s solo. In these first moments of battle, things get just so hectic that it can be difficult to follow the action, but as it stabilizes in the mid-game, it should become a little more easy to follow. As it is, I will endeavor to cover all of the action. But DevM has managed to take the right side of the map, or at least their side of the river, pretty convincingly. But these riflemen are in really bad shape, and they need to start heading back. They're just losing men at the moment and just have dropped a ton of health. These rifles, however, are in pretty good position if they can close in, but man, looks like they're getting focused down by both squads of infantry from Fortune. Take a grenade, but doesn't really do too much damage, does force them to retreat, and here comes the scout car, and with no Vet 1 on these riflemen, they're not going to be able to do anything against it. They just need to go, and off they go. Aimstrong, because he's building his tier 1 in his base, and is capturing the middle of the map, and he does have AT grenades on his conscript, so he may be able to surround, flank, and destroy this scout car. Hoorahing in, but it looks like Hans is managing to stay out of range, but he's taking a fair bit of damage from this lieutenant with the bars. Yeah, I think the scout car's gotten in awfully deep, but if he's careful about it, he may be able to pull it back into his lines. I can see Aimstrong shifting his conscripts back over to the left to try to catch it again. Can Hans escape? Looks like he's going... Ooh. He's just going right into the maw of the beast at the moment, and once again another squad of conscripts coming back at him. If this scout car lives, it's yeah, it's living a charmed life at the moment. Can he make it out? If he doesn't catch a damaged engine from this base emplacement, I think he may be able to. Well, he doesn't get too close to this. Oh no, another conscript squad! This is this is some pretty fantastic scout car micro from HelpingHans, but I think this has met its match, and yeah. The half-track instantly destroys it. So we have a lieutenant. Yeah, we saw the lieutenant from Hans, and a good reaction from Fortune. He's already gotten his Puma out, and that is going to help him to deal with what's gonna pretty soon be a pretty serious lack of AT from the allied players. So I would say that right now the Axis are in a strong position. They've got good map control for this early on in the map. And we do get a damaged engine going in. Ooh. Down goes, I believe that was a rifle squad. Yes, down goes the engine, I suppose, on the Fortune's Puma, so it's not going to be able to close in and chase off the flak half-track the way it probably wanted to. And it just needs to retreat on back to base. Panzer Fusiliers have already got Vet 2 and 9, 10 kills. And Fortune certainly doesn't want to lose them. Sniper now from Aimstrong. We'll see what else, if he's choosing to get anything else out of his tier 1 building. So it looks like he's gone for the guards and ISU 152. That's the guard motor heavy tactics. Oh, remembering these names. Panzer Grenadiers from Hans, so clearly he has his tier 2 up. And doesn't look like he's picked a commander yet. On a map like this, stalling out for an elephant can be a good idea, but I know that he does have that commander available to him. I saw it on the loading screen. He's also got Ostrupen and I believe Spearhead. The Puma is all fixed back up, and will now be able to chase off the any no-vet riflemen and the flak half-track. Just driving around trying to suppress these grenadiers, and can't get too close or they could get popped with a Panzerschreck and then finished off. It is getting chased down here, but the Puma misses, and looks like Fortune's just going to let him get away. A pack building now for HelpingHans. He's trying to retake the left VP. Very nice machine gun placement, so that should be able to suppress both of these squads as close together as they are. Aimstrong's got to be very careful with his sniper while these Panzer Fusiliers are around. They can do a lot of damage at long range, and cause those snipers to go down very quickly. We see Airborne from DevM, so a squad of paratroopers are out. And I wonder if he's going to just skip his captain, maybe go straight for Major, and try airdropping AT guns as a anti-tank solution. Switch over to DevM. Have a look at what he's doing. So he has enough fuel to call in the get the Major. And clearly DevM's still following the meta, even if he isn't playing a whole lot. He's gotten himself the LMGs on his paratroopers. Now that is a weapon that got toned down a little bit in the recent patch to reduce the insane long-range killing power of a lot of the light machine guns. The Aimstrong sniper's already got 6 kills, and looks like he's going with just the one sniper, which I'm happy to see. I find double snipers, although they're scarily effective, to be just really boring to watch. Now, if he can start taking some shots on these expensive Panzer Grenadiers, it would be really helpful for, well, both players, but particularly for DevM, who's trying to keep this AA half-track alive. See that the allied players are lacking in AT. DevM is getting Aimstrong is getting himself a Zis right now. Let's see if DevM. I haven't heard any planes flying overhead yet. Oh, so much fighting going on in the middle. Aimstrong about to lose his combat engineers right here, and we have a incendiary mortar shot going in, so we can tell that HelpingHans has gone for Spearhead. You know that he really likes that mortar half-track, and it can be very, very strong. Aimstrong sniper's got 11 kills and nearly finishes off the Volksgrenadier in the middle from Fortune. And this MG42 is just being a real headache, suppressing and pinning everything from DevM. DevM's gotten himself a Major. He's calling an artillery barrage on this MG42, which is certainly going to be able to escape before it gets hit. Yeah, that barrage takes quite a long time to fall and really doesn't do very much damage. I was watching one of General's Gentleman's cast the other day, and they said something which I agree with. The only thing that Major barrage is any good for is for killing OKW trucks as they set up. We hear a walking Stuka firing, coming here in trying to catch the snipers, but they zip out of the way with their sprint ability, and Aimstrong also manages to very nimbly move his AT gun out of position, or out of the way of the falling rockets, and then move it right back in, set up almost immediately after the shots finish falling. Panzer Fusiliers get chased off on the right by a combination of DevM's rifleman and his AA truck, and we have a force moving in from Aimstrong into the middle. Ooh, nice use of the flares from Aimstrong's sniper. Lets him get visibility on all of this stuff. Oh, down goes the Puma. So that's going to give even more room for his squads to work. These squads are sitting in red cover. They need to move up on top of these Panzer Fusiliers. They're not really at their ideal distance yet. But I think Aimstrong is really just using him as a meat shield for his sniper to prevent them from getting rushed. But we may see a rifle grenade going from HelpingHans if he knows where the sniper is. But I think Aimstrong has figured that out and is now repositioning. This is awesome. It's was that a? I think that was from the mortar half track, but Aimstrong's quick on the retreat and pulls them back to base. Awesome usage of the sniper from Aimstrong. Got 16 kills at only 14 minutes into the game, and he didn't get that until several minutes in already. But the Allied players clearly trying to go for the VP pressure right now. They've got the Axis triple capped. And they have a significant lead. Kind of a bit of a blob moving across this road. Not so good, but I think they're probably going to be able to force this MG to retreat. Yes, and there it goes. Running into a whole bunch of infantry, but apart from the Panzer Fusiliers, not a whole lot they have to worry about when they've got the LMG upgrades on the Zis barrage going in, probably on all of these units from Aimstrong. Yes, clearing the Zis, doing a ton of damage to it. DevM may be able to capture that back again. Not a particularly good fight for these Volksgrenadiers over here as they're on the wrong side of their green cover. We'll switch over. We see DevM's gotten himself a Sherman. Aimstrong's got tier 1 and tier 2 up. Clearly he's had Zis guns and now he's got a Maxim in the middle. HelpingHans, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And he's getting himself a Panzer IV right now, so he's got a very strong, diverse army at the moment. And interesting forward usage of the Major. That's not something you see a whole lot, but it is a good way to get him the veterancy that lets him get some of his more powerful abilities, I guess. Aimstrong still doing a very good job keeping his snipers alive. Doesn't want these pioneers to get too close, but he's got plenty of other squads around to support. And here comes the P4 up into the middle, catching the Zis gun as it's on the move. And there's really nothing here that can stop it or even slow it down particularly. On the right, the Puma is fighting against the Sherman, and the Sherman is certainly going to lose that fight if DevM doesn't pull it back. Damaged engine on the P4 with its awesome OP skin. So the Puma not really being used to the best of its ability. Be nice to see this Panzer Fusilier shoot a flare over here, giving the Puma enough line of sight that it can take advantage of its superior range. That looks like major artillery going in on the left. Possibly. Fortunes. Walking Stuka is firing, not sure where. You hear the rockets falling, and it looks like they're just going to land harmlessly, though spectacularly nonetheless. Aimstrong sniper with 23 kills, now taking shots from the machine gun, sitting just outside of the range as these guards sit in the middle to provide line of sight. And yeah, I think that machine gun is going to go down. He's packing up. Will he manage to escape? No, he does not, but he's still safely close to he's still in safe territory. The Major is retreating up to double vet, although, hooray, so what. Oh, DevM Sherman does go down. That's a real shame. Would have been nice if we'd been able to pull the if you'd gotten the crew out and started repairing, or just, continued backing it into safe territory. You see, the Fortune's has not teched beyond the 1-tier building that he's got. Oh, these snipers are in real danger. They need to pull into safety. He may be worried about them getting charged down if he reveals their presence. Looks like the Puma's not going to be able to finish the job killing DevM's half-track. DevM pulls out the vehicle crew, and they're going to be putting in some repairs on there. Charging conscripts. Not sure how well they're going to do against all of these Volksgrenadiers. They managed to close the distance pretty well. They're sitting in red cover. They're still, they're actually in the river, taking damage. HelpingHans. I'd like to see what Commander HelpingHans has picked, if any. Oh, that's right, of course, he went Spearhead. Mortar half-track with 16 kills, doing some real good work. And see it firing, looks like that's probably an incendiary barrage somewhere. No, it's smoke, okay. Very nice. Smoke can be really good if your opponent has things like lots of Maxims and you want to take a VP just right out from under his nose. There's some kind of artillery going in somewhere. Wow! Aimstrong already has an ISU 152 at only 19 minutes and 40 seconds. He's been racking up the VPs like crazy. You can hear the walking Stuka coming in, possibly on the middle. Could we see the end of the sniper? Aimstrong figures out which direction it's going and moves forward. Still using it. I think it's time to pull that guy out of there. More skirmishing going on the right, and I just heard something blow up. I believe that was probably DevM's. Yes, it was his AA half-track. I think Fortune's got a pretty good hold on over here. Was that another Sherman that went down? I think the Sherman wreck just finally exploded. Howitzer motor carriage laying in some shots. I don't recall if the... Yeah, okay, so it looks like the Howitzer still has its more direct fire that it's able to use, and Aimstrong's AT gun sets up in the proper direction to stop the pursuit of the Puma. Oh, Lieutenant, double vet. You want to pull that guy out of there, keep him alive, and I think he's probably going to be okay. ISU's got 6 kills already. I've only heard the shots so far. I haven't actually managed to catch any on camera, but I'm sure it'll make its presence felt. DevM, with Major and Lieutenant structures purchased. What will Aimstrong do with this ISU-152, and is he going to be teching up at all? He does have a fair bit of fuel, and you know, a good amount of his pop cap is still open, so he could tech up to a higher tier. And getting 2 ISUs, I mean, some people do it, but I think it's a bit of a mistake. They take up so much pop cap. Yeah, they can bleed your opponent really hard, but they're pretty vulnerable. Ooh, Pack goes down after deflecting frontally, and a nice use of the sniper flares. Where is this rocket barrage going in? Does a good bit of damage to the Maxim, but that's about it. Ziscon backs away to be able to cover the rear of the ISU if that gets rushed. And over on the right, we just have squads from the Allied players taking back their territory. Flood of DevM's units coming in on top of Fortune's Panzer Fusiliers, and this Fortune's Puma getting very bold. Oh, nearly loses a Volksgrenadier squad. He's going to need to pull them out of there before they do go down. Oh, looks like they get finished off by, I think that was just by one of the support men on the Maxim, which is actually facing the wrong way. I think that may be DevM's Major wasting munitions over on the right. Gotta wonder how that guy ever got promoted. HelpingHans fixing up his Panther or his Panzer IV on the left. It'd be nice to see him move it just back to the Mechanized Regiment headquarters. We see DevM is airdropping an AT gun. Not sure where that's going in. And these paratroopers will probably be able to kill off this Volksgrenadier as it attempts to retreat. No, it looks like they do make it out of there. couple squads of Panzer Fusiliers. This one's not actually upgraded yet. I wonder if it's new, and Fortune just hasn't had the time to purchase it yet. He's a little bit low on munitions, and looks like the Major is finally going to die. Yeah, he does in fact get killed. That's too bad. The forward retreat point ability is quite nice on the Major, as well as the ability to call in the recon overflight, although I believe Aimstrong has that ability already available to him. No, he doesn't, so losing the Major could turn out to be a problem. He does have the IL-2 precision bombing strike available, and using that in conjunction with... Whoa! This could be a devastating Stuka hit. It does a fair bit of damage to the ISU, but otherwise manages to avoid most of the infantry. Paratroopers just eating up these Panzer Fusiliers. But now the Panzer Fusiliers are in cover and at long range and be able to do a bit to DevM's troops. Now we got 2 Panzer IVs. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a Tiger. And Tiger and the now Vet 2 Panzer IV moving up, and are they going to attempt to take on the ISU? Mark target has been used on HelpingHans' Panther, so that's going... Tiger. Sorry, too many cat names. Oh, Aimstrong's ISU-152 goes down without managing to contribute a whole lot to this fight. This could be really bad if HelpingHans is able to get out all of his tanks. You see the P4 still up in there. The Puma knows that his job is done and he's pulled back. Now it's just a lot of infantry. And let's see if Hans is able to pull out. AT gun is cleared. Will he use attack move to destroy it? Flood of riflemen, and there's an allied Aimstrong has recrewed one of DevM's AT guns, and that may be enough to kill this Tiger. There, down it goes. But if this P4 can get out of here, I think that may still be a win for the Axis players. Puma laying in some shots for some reason. It'd be really nice if they can destroy this Zis gun. And where is that? Where are the indirect fire weapons? An incendiary barrage would have just been brilliant right there. I believe the Stuka's on cooldown. But, once again, good machine gun placement from HelpingHans, helping Fortunes. Sturm Pioneers move up into the middle, but they are getting shot at by the 41 kill sniper from Aimstrong. That's got to be a real headache for them. They've tried so many Stuka barrages to try to kill that thing, but they just haven't been able to do it yet. The Allies look to be in a... I don't want to say it's a desperate situation, because they've got plenty of fuel and they've got plenty of VPs, but they've certainly lost the advantage that they had earlier on. Looks like HelpingHans lost his mortar half-track earlier. That, or he's got 2 of them. P4 is going in for a bit of a scout. With these skirts on at Vet 2, it's going to be hard for these for these riflemen to get a damaged engine, but they do manage to do so. It's the pro breaks that you get when you're a player of DevM's level. And another damaged engine on this Puma, which will let the Allies pretty safely capture these VPs. Or, not VP, capture this point. This Maxim's now cut off, and the riflemen are as well. The paratroopers are coming into reinforcement, and the sniper is still working away, plinking away on Fortune's Volksgrenadiers. Big fight happening in the middle, so it would seem. And we can see that the German players are pushing in across the west side of the map as well as the Allied players push in across in the east. Man, this this machine gun actually has lost a lot of health. A couple of explosive weapons will probably out and out destroy it if it doesn't get fixed up by some pioneers soon. Aimstrong snipers have taken a bit of a beating. He may want to pull them back to get them healed up, but I guess he feels he needs to have them up at the front and just popping away at units. Oh, gotta catch my breath there for a second. We have a Jackson out for DevM, so that'll be good for dealing with the armor. We now have, wow, a Yag Tiger from Fortune. that will be great against, well, all of the armor that the allied players are able to field. And what do we have Aimstrong doing? He's called in another ISU-152, so that's just gotten here. And whew, that, yeah, that Jackson was not long for this world. Uh-oh, Sniper's in a really dangerous spot and gets killed almost instantly by the top machine gun on the Panzer IV. That's a hard loss for Aimstrong. That Sniper was doing a good bit of work for them. Maxim also in a dangerous spot. Man, I really want to get a look at this Jagdtiger, but since it's able to hang back at such a long range, it's we might not get a whole lot of screen time. Zis Barrage attempting to scare off Fortune's troops as the Vet 3 Lieutenant moves in. Zis Barrage missing pretty badly, and I think this Lieutenant may have met his match. Paratroopers flanking from the side. Not going to let Fortune take that point. We see that we have a fuel cache put up here for Helping Hans. I suppose to help him on his way to getting another Tiger. And you can see that he's a fair distance off from getting that anytime soon. Walking Stuka, firing again. We can hear where is that coming in. I think it's coming in here in the middle. This could be really devastating. But, actually, not all that bad. Oh, man, nasty hit from that Panzer IV. Kills, I think, 4 conscripts right there, all clumped up on top of each other in the optimum squad wipe position. ISU-152, are you firing? And if so, where? Looks like Helping Hans is burning his own dudes with his mortar. Ooh. Mortar fire, and as soon as the ISU-152 fires, it gets hit by the Jagdtiger, which doesn't even get penetrated. Here the ISU-152 firing again. Looks like it managed to kill a whole bunch of the Volksgrenadiers, which then got finished off by the rifle squad. Oh! Precision bombing strike misses the Tiger, or misses the Panzer IV, but kills the Volksgrenadier squad. Or actually, I think that was Panzer Fusiliers in the middle. Abandoned Puma. I imagine that was hit by the ISU. Will he notice that will Aimstrong notice that that's there and be able to finish it off? Oh my god, another nasty ISU hit. Now we've got a second Panzer IV from Helping Hans. Moving up into the middle, really danger close Stuka barrage, but that's going to let them do some work on these weakened squads. Can they come around behind this AT gun from DevM? It's in fact Aimstrong's AT gun, picked up by DevM. And it looks like that's gotten cleared out. Very nice attack by the Axis players right here, and the Allies have to retreat all the way back to their base, all the way across the lines. At the same time, man, the VPs are in a really desperate situation. I've been watching the action so closely that I haven't been able to, haven't noticed that. But the Axis players don't control any VPs. Okay, they control one. Looks like they're about to capture the middle, but they're only down to 20 right now. Looks like the DevM and Aimstrong may have been counting on a real early knockout, and they've done a considerable bit of damage, in particular to Helping Hans' army. Go over to Fortune, see how he's doing. Fortune's army is also very, very small, but very strong. This Jagdtiger is going to make it, you know, really nearly impossible on a map this small for the Allies to be able to use their tanks. They're going to have to pull off some pretty crazy flanks, and that's going to be difficult with the support that he'll be getting from Helping Hans. That Fortune will be getting from Helping Hans. Walking Stuka coming in. Looks like it's just completely missing everything. I would really like to see Aimstrong. His munition situation's not good enough to be able to do this, but if he could do something like chain button the Jagdtiger and then drop some bombs on it, maybe hit it with the ISU at the same time. New Jackson out. We'll probably be able to finish off this Vet 2, excuse me, Vet 3 P4, but looks like it missed. Jagdtiger's getting in position. We'll see how long the Jackson can last against that. Loses most of its health in one shot. Does DevM even notice? He's pulling it back out. Is it going to escape? Looks like he really needs to keep that moving and maybe even put it on hold fire just to back it out of there. Down it goes. So I think that was probably just fortune predicting where in the fog of war where in the fog of war DevM's tank was. Aimstrong's ISU 152 still not fixed up all the way yet. He's ooh-rahing up just, I think, to get into position, but he's going to run head-on into this MG34, MG42. New squad of Panzer Fusiliers out now. Oh, looks like all the combat engineers from Aimstrong just got killed off right there. Does Aimstrong have Molotovs? No, he doesn't. That would have actually been good right there to finish off this MG42 and let his conscripts go for the cap. They've got to retreat. They've taken a lot of damage. Might get killed. Squad of Pathfinders out for DevM. Not totally sure why. They will provide a nice bit of line of sight, which will be really useful for letting the ISU work and for letting his AT guns work. On the left side of the map, HelpingHans looks like he may be setting up for an attack. I would say a flanking attack, but there's not really a forward allied position for him to flank. The allies are almost totally pushed back to their base. There's a squad of Pathfinders, this lieutenant and a sniper up at the front, but that's about it. HelpingHans rolling up into the middle. Looks like he's trying to destroy this AT gun. Smart move, down it goes. And Aimstrong's army is just really falling apart. Go over, have a quick look at DevM, and see that, yeah, he is in similarly dire straits. So the Axis have really managed to push the Allied players far back out of their territory, but they still haven't been able to capitalize on that in terms of taking over the territory. Looks like they're just sort of trying to contain the players in their base. I'd like to see the Panzer Fusiliers shoot off a flare right now to provide more vision on this ISU 152 and see if it will go down to the Yag Tiger. Looks like they missed their opportunity to do that. The ISU is having to back even further into the corner of the base. It's just in timeout right now. The Allied Axis players, yes, they can just start moving up their indirect fire weapons and just dropping them right on the enemy base right now. Here comes the Stuka. If that falls across here, it could be GG right there. And that is almost exactly what he does. Surely not the results he was hoping for. HelpingHans probing the lines with this Panzer IV, but it's a pretty dangerous move. Could get a damaged engine and lose it to this AT gun. These machine guns from, well, at least the machine guns produced by HelpingHans have been doing a whole lot of work for the Axis players, really preventing movement from the Allies back into the middle of the map. It does get cleared, however, I think by the Pathfinders, but I don't envision this VP going down soon. Bombing strike completely misses. Not sure what Aimstrong was going for with that. Possibly trying to hit the Panzer IV, but that's not really the target he wants to hit. Needs to hit, I should say. P4 going in for a bit of a base inspection, perhaps. So you can see that it got buttoned, and we'll just keep track of that. It will probably get killed right here. DevM has to retreat his forces away from the middle VP. Alright, we've got this one paratrooper squad just sitting over here defending the VP. Nothing's even made an attempt from the Axis to try to move over on that side. I guess they've decided they're content with the amount of territory they control, and see, we can hear the walking Stuka firing probably coming up in this way, landing on the base, doing terrible damage to both armies. And that's just going to be even more time the ISU spends harmlessly sitting in the base. I'm wondering if Aimstrong is questioning his decision to go for the ISU 152 right now. You know, perhaps he would have been better off with a some T-34-85s or yeah, just a flood of medium tanks. Maybe get up behind this Jagdtiger and kill it. Still have to contend with these P4s, which have been doing a lot of great work from HelpingHans. So HelpingHans looks like he picked up the abandoned Puma from Fortune. Very nice. A new Sherman out from DevM. You know, I think too little, too late, really. There's that flare. Was that from the snipers? Not sure who put up that flare. Yeah, okay, some Panzer Fusiliers over here, so it was certainly them. And providing line of sight, most likely for the Jagdtiger. So good move to use those in conjunction. And we can see that the Axis players have decided to push over a little bit, try to expand their holdings on the right. And this Jagdtiger is just in the perfect spot right now. Oh! I don't know if that Panther went down to the... Ooh! Don't know if that Panther went down to the Walking Stuka or to the Jagdtiger. The Jagdtiger's now got marked target popped on it and the rocket strike from... so both of our allied players working in conjunction to do that. We see an incendiary barrage. Looks like it's probably going to come in around here. More rockets coming in from this double rocket strike at the... Ooh, Jagdtiger does go down. Can Fortune afford another one? Not quite. He's about 100 fuel off from getting another one, I believe. And that's going to let this ISU go to town once again. Oh, man. Rocket strike doing tons of damage. I think one of the P-47s may have actually gotten shot down. Nope. You can see it's still moving. And, yeah, the rocket strike was changed recently to allow... oh, we do have two ISUs. Okay. From Aimstrong. So those will be ISUs number 2 and 3. Well, yes, the P-47 rocket strike got changed recently so that 2 planes come through, and I think they do, you know, cumulatively, I think they do about the same amount of damage, but they just do it in shorter bursts. New Tiger up from Hans. It's going to run head-on into these 2 ISU-152s. See if Aimstrong can try to move his... oh, conscripts throwing AT grenades in the front. Not such a great idea. You really want to move them around to the side if you're able to. Tiger just getting plinked on now by the ISU-152s. Okay, that wasn't a plink. That was a full-on penetration. Oh, man. Switch over to Aimstrong. See if he still has that sniper alive that he purchased. Nope, looks like that went down. And the Tiger may be able to escape unless Aimstrong just starts shooting randomly from the fog of war. But given that his ISUs are now changing direction, looks like to deal with this the Puma, that's not going to happen, and they may have lost their opportunity to kill that Tiger for quite a while. Something went down. What was that? I'll have to look later. Tiger's living dangerously, putting in shots at long range. You really should probably just pull that back and get it fixed up. But, you know, man, these ISUs are going to be a nightmare in terms of getting back another VP. The Allied players still have a huge VP advantage, and the Germans just cannot afford to lose another VP. Start draining again. Walking Stuka, rather ineffective. New Jackson out from DevM. Had that been out a minute or so ago, 2 minutes ago, he really could have put a big hole into HelpingHans' army. Let's switch over to Fortune and see. Yes, he's focusing his fuel production, so he's going to be able to get another Jagdtiger very soon. About another 40 seconds, and he'll have enough fuel to be able to call that on. Oh, a bit of friendly fire, no pun intended, on those Panzer Fusiliers. At least that wasn't the Vet 5 squad. Puma poking in to provide a little bit of a distraction. Not really sure where it's going. I haven't been able to see if Fortune has been salvaging the wrecks that have been piling up around the map, but the fighting has been so intense for so long through the middle of the map. There have not been many chances to actually do that. Panzer IV moving in. No. He's going to have to rely on his maneuverability. And do we see that new Jagdtiger is out, so if nothing else, the Panzer IV is going to be able to provide some line of sight, you know, for the few more seconds that it's alive. Walking Stuka killed something. We got mark target popped on HelpingHans' Tiger, and it goes out of control as it gets hit by, I believe, DevM's. I believe it's hit by DevM's Jackson. Jackson's now going to go over and try to put in a few shots in the mortar half-track. Oh no, I thought that was the Puma. In the base, the Puma goes down, but it does manage to kill one of the ISU-152s. Oh, some big, heavy blows being traded right here, but this ISU-152, I don't think he knows what's coming for him. And he is destroyed by the new Jagdtiger from Fortune. If DevM's not careful, he's going to lose his Jackson also, and he does. Oh. So I think right now the only piece of serious armor on the field is this Jagdtiger. Now will DevM and Aimstrong try to switch up their play to get it back? Oh my god. They've really lost a lot of stuff. DevM's down to his lieutenant and a rifle squad, and he's called in a squad of paratroopers. Not sure where they're dropping in, and Aimstrong is similarly in dire straits. Got himself a sniper for what purpose? Yeah. So much infantry's gone down. You'd think that with those ISU-152s on the field that it would be the Germans who are really badly losing all of their infantry. Oh no, the sniper could get killed almost as soon as it comes onto the map. Aimstrong just lost his remaining conscript squad, is now down to a sniper and a single man on his combat engineers. You can see the squad of riflemen capturing up the right VP, and I think that the Germans may be on the verge of snatching this back from the jaws of near defeat. It's going to be very, very hard for the Allies to capture and hold another VP for the amount of time they're going to need to do it. They just don't have enough. They just don't have enough mans. I mean, this is really going to require them to do something like hit all 3 VPs at once, and they just, you know, to be honest, they don't even have enough men to do that. See, DevM looks like that's probably him calling in, yes, the P-47 rocket strike. Yeah, the Allies can barely hold on to the one. The Allies can barely hold on to the one VP that they do control, and their chances of taking back another one, I think, are slim to none. Though they're trying gamely to do it. Aimstrong's combat engineers took another beating from something else, not sure what, and the walking stick is now just falling on the base. Starting to take out base emplacements, and yeah, I think this is going to be it for our for Aimstrong and DevM. DevM's gotten himself a Scott, the howitzer motor carriage, but against that's not going to last long against all of the stuff that it's going to have to face from the Jagdtiger in particular. Is going to make short work of it. Good use of Panzer Tactician as HelpingHans pulls his Panzer IV out of the middle of the map. Oh boy, more rocket strike. Killed it. Was that a rocket strike? I guess it was. Kills the, I believe that was the mortar half-track, or possibly the walking Stuka, and a whole bunch of infantry surrounding it. It's a very, very nice incendiary barrage. Catches all the squads as they're retreating. They retreat into the flames, and DevM's just going to start losing squads from that. Ouch. Walking Stuka firing again, probably on the base, and this may be the end of DevM's army, but he just barely misses all of those squads. Allies are triple capped, and I really don't see them taking back another point. You know, they've got some pretty heavy hitters, but the Axis just they've got the counters that they need. and I don't envision this match lasting much longer. Fortune is up, capturing, or salvaging wrecks from the Allied side of the river with his Volksgrenadiers. And the Allies are just desperately trying to capture a VP for themselves. Yeah, they're tantalizingly close to being able to finish this match. ISU does get one of his notorious squad wipes, and he can start taking some shots over on the middle, but this Jagdtiger is going to be able to push him back every single time. Something coming in, I'm not sure what that is. Looks like just reconnaissance overflight, I guess, to provide line of sight for the ISU-152. More. Oh god, that's a lot of indirect fire on the base. DevM's army doesn't stand a chance against that. The ISU took a hit from the Jagdtiger, and the Allies came very close to capturing the VP on the left. And it looks like they're losing the one on the right, and they're once again going to be triple capped. Oh no, now Aimstrong's sniper is suppressed by the machine gun and gets chased off by the Panzer IV. Oh, bomb it! Wow, that was an expensive way to kill a machine gun, but it is going to make it at least possible for some infantry to rush all the VP points at once, and I think that is what the Allies are going to need to do if they have any chance of winning this game. HelpingHans is building a Stug, of all things. You know, maybe even an Ostwind would be a good idea. We'll have a look at Fortune's army. Fortune's just been making lots and lots and lots of Panzer Fusiliers. We see something being dropped. What is that? A new AT gun dropped from DevM on the left. And Aimstrong's capturing these territory sectors, but he really needs to move up and grab this VP. That said, looks like, I mean, it's hard to say that the Allies are stabilizing. They're still in a terrible position. Not sure what that was. Could this be the rocket strike again? No, it's a walking Stuka. I just saw the plane passing overhead. I think Aimstrong may lose his snipers to this walking Stuka. No, looks like they're going to survive. So we got the Allies trying to simultaneously cap points on the left and the middle while controlling the one on the right, but that one's getting... They're probably going to lose that to this Stug and P4 combo. On the left, Aimstrong looks like he is going to be able to capture that... the point and hold on to the VP in the middle. There's no infantry around. He might as well just run off away from there. And oh my god, could the Allies actually win this match? The ISU-152 is still alive, so it can still, you know, wipe a squad or two here and there. 8 VPs. It's getting really desperate here. The Axis are throwing everything they have, infantry-wise, over on the left side of the map. The ISU is just sitting at max range, and he's going to be helped out by the sniper as well. This is a nice and juicy target for the ISU. What is this coming in now? Oh, big hit from the ISU. Sniper may finish off. Sniper gets finished off as the Jagdtiger moves up to try to deal a death blow on the ISU. And don't think that the Allies are going to be able to hold... Oh my god, the Axis are down to 1 VP. Aimstrong oorahing into the middle, but I think these Panzer Fusiliers and all the other infantry once again coming back to try to stop them. And this, I think, is going to be the last hurrah. Man, how many times have I said that this game? The last hurrah for the Allied players. They've come so close. The one-man sniper team popping away. The ISU also throwing in shots, but there's just not enough. They can't do enough damage quick enough to end this. Allies down to 60 VPs themselves. The Jagdtiger's slowly crawling up on the base. I'm sure we're... Yep, here we see a flare coming in. And the Jagdtiger not rotating. He must not have visibility on the ISU, but he's going to see it now. What is this plane going overhead? Looks like it's probably a recon overflight from HelpingHans, giving line of sight on this ISU-152. And once again, the Allies are about to be triple capped. Oh, nice grenade from those paratroopers. Kills off the Panzer Fusiliers. And now the sniper and the Pathfinders are doing what they can to deal with these Panzer Grenadiers. Another squad of Panzer Fusiliers coming in from Fortune, who, by the way, has not teched tier. He's not made his battle group headquarters or his Wehr Panzer headquarters. So I guess he knew, particularly once that early ISU 152 came on the field, what he needed to do to win this one. Sniper sprinting over to take down the VP, but I think the Stuka barrage is gonna just land across here. Incendiary barrage and Stuka. Oh God, how many incendiary barrages was that? Guess just the one. Seemed like more than that. Oh, Allies down to 5 VPs. This match is gonna be over in seconds. Wow. GG. That was a pretty fun one to watch. Oh boy. That came really close there a couple of times for the Axis players. Almost losing out on VPs, particularly that mad dash over onto the left. There wasn't really much that the Allies could do to stop them from taking and holding that. So, wow. This game, man. This game was actually HelpingHans posted it up, and you can watch the Twitch VOD that he recorded from casting this one. I'll try to include a link to it in the description. Although I think he exported it to YouTube, so I may be able to provide a link right here, assuming I put the annotation in the right place. And you can watch the whole game from his perspective, which get to hear the commentary from him and Fortune at the same time. I hope that you folks enjoyed that. That was a pretty awesome game. Really happy to see Aimstrong and DevM back into this. Hopefully we will see more games from both of them in the future. I know that the ESL, Electronic Sports League, has gotten, or is supposed to get, a whole bunch of money for a series of Company of Heroes 2 tournaments. So, you know, they may be back purely to collect that. Try to collect some prize money from that, but hey, you know, I'll take what I can get. Those guys are great, lots of fun to watch. Yeah, if you like this video, you should head over to the replay section of COH2.org and honor it and tell all the participants how happy they made you. I'm certainly pleased by it. And yeah, if you like this video, you can like it. I think that probably does something good. I don't really know. I haven't read all of the YouTube stuff. And you can subscribe for more videos. There are typically co-casters on this channel, but today I don't want to update my Company of Heroes 2 yet. I wanted to get this game in. Pretty much everybody else and their mom has updated and is not able to watch this replay anymore. But yeah, in the future, and in the past, there are co-casters. But yeah, if you liked this video, please also leave a comment and say, you know, what you thought was awesome about it, or what sucked, or tell these players how they're a bunch of noobs, or you know, whatever you like. I like comments. Usually respond to them also. And that will be it. And my voice is just getting ragged right now because I cast another game right before this one. And now I gotta get on with my day and talk to you lovely folks later. Computer Heat out.